Collie Training Journal Day 177, Tire Stack and Contradas. Today's focus, after getting used to the snow yesterday, I decided to do a few different drills. One was really just warming up my wrists and practicing just twirling the collie sticks while practicing a little bit of footwork, leg pumping, moving forward and backwards, 2 steps to 3 steps, just depending on how I felt, and then also moving side to side just a little bit. But as you'll notice in this side angle, I'm really trying to establish that center line. I've also been doing a lot of exercises first thing in the morning, and so just really trying to warm up my body for today. Using one stick, I returned back to that forward and backward, pumping the legs and really trying to get my body warmed up. Also throwing in some of the ranging star exercises as I'm moving through my practice today to really make sure that I'm ready to go with the 5 attacks drill and the Espada y Daga just a little bit, even though I didn't have a dagger in my hand today. I also practiced changing directions and maintaining my flow with strikes, and really just thinking about each of my strike angles. Now, they don't look amazing, they don't feel amazing, but really this is because I have not continued consistent repetition. I always feel it different when I am consistently practicing, even if it's the same drill or the same practice over and over and over. Because as I mentioned yesterday, it's really that practice that feeds into and builds our skills to mastery. I don't know if you play a musical instrument or not, but playing a musical instrument is a really great example of this. You lose some of the skill that you build up to when you stop practicing or you pause practicing for a period of time. And that's really what I'm experiencing in my collie practice right now, is the lack of practice over the last period of time and not consistently working to practice each of these different drills and skills. So even though I know and remember how to practice and what to do in the drills, I have lost some of the efficiency that I had in my practice and some of the skill in my practice, simply because I have not been practicing to the level that I was for about 6 months. All this does is reiterate to me how important practice is with self-mastery and really making a skill efficient. When you do this, you build that skill over time and your skill becomes stronger and stronger. Repetition is everything. Sitting with yourself and pushing yourself through the practice really means something too. Collie is about change. It changes us from the inside out. It makes us into somebody that we were not before we started collie practice. Collie is about connecting with nature and being in the elements and overcoming the elements as we practice. It's about overcoming nature as we practice. It becomes very grounding because nature is and has its own energy. This connection, this union between nature and collie and yourself is really what makes collie the depth and incredible practice that it is, because it is not just about learning how to wield a weapon. It is about self-mastery and becoming one with your environment in a respectful way that helps build and strengthen you from the inside out. Thank you so much for joining me for my practice today. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow, and I hope your day is amazing.